Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happening Show. And in this Cricket Happening Show, we are going to look at the 27th match which was played between Kings XI Punjab and Sunrisers Hyderabad. And Kings XI Punjab were the ones who actually lost this match when they lost the match by 20 runs in a very close contest, one could say. When Trent Boult picked up 2 wickets when 20 runs were required and cleaned up everything. And as you know, Trent Boult was playing in place of Dale Steyn today. And there is another very good international happening that is going to happen, and that is the reason that I say that is because Bangladesh are playing Pakistan in the first Test match tomorrow. And as you know, Bangladesh have been on a real roll right now. For the first time in their history, they defeated Pakistan in a one-day series. They defeated Pakistan in a T20, and now, right now, the record stands in favor of Pakistan, where they have won 8 matches against Bangladesh in their history, in Test history, and Bangladesh have never won against Pakistan in a Test match. But definitely, Bangladesh are looking very strong, no doubt about it. But let me tell you one thing, that Pakistan would be greatly strengthened now with the persons who are still there in the Test matches, especially the cool as a cucumber captain, Pakistan captain Musbah-ul Haq, and Yunus Ahmed, who, as you would remember, scored tons of runs against Australia and the United Arab Emirates. Well, so this is going to be a different kettle of fish, and I'm sure Bangladesh are going to be severely tested. The reason I say that is because their Test record is something, they have been having good one-day record and T20 record, but as far as Tests are concerned, they have always been struggling. Whether this would be the series that would be the harbinger of things to come, that remains to be seen. So first and foremost, what I'm going to talk about is the 27th match between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Kings XI Punjab. Now, Sunrisers Hyderabad were the ones who actually batted first. They were the ones who, it was Sunrisers Hyderabad who actually batted first, and they scored 150 runs, and Sunrisers Hyderabad got off to a very, very good start thanks to David Warner, the captain, who went after the runs and really did a fine turn for himself as he started taking runs of both the bowlers. One is of Sandeep Sharma, who has so far looked so good in this particular series, but this particular match, one has to say that it was David Warner who was really giving it to Sandeep Sharma. Mitchell Johnson was also caught for boundaries by David Warner. In fact, in one particular over of Mitchell Johnson, David Warner slammed him for 4 boundaries, and that was something, a real treat to watch, as David Warner really started creaming Mitchell Johnson all over the place. Now, the Sunrisers Hyderabad batted first, and they put on 150 on the board, with David Warner was going like a train, no doubt about it, and Sandeep Sharma and Mitchell Johnson were coming in for some real tap at the hands of David Warner, no doubt about it. But as that was going on, Daman was the early victim when the score was time. He tried to hook a ball from Johnson. Vijay took the catch. He was gone for 1 of 2 balls. Vihari left soon, caught by Vora of the bowling of Anirudh Singh for 9 of 8 balls, 2 fours. But Moises Henriques was a good partner for Warner. But Warner had already, Warner was absolutely on song at the time. He was merciless on all the pace bowlers. And then finally, what a wicket for Akshar Patel. Akshar Patel, who bowled well today, got the prize wicket of David Warner, who was looking very dangerous today. He was looking menacing with his batting, and not before he had done his bit at the batting front there, contributing 58 of 41 balls with 10 fours and 1 6. A spanking knock from David Warner, setting the tone there. But the unfortunate part for Sunrisers Hyderabad, even though David Warner left with the score on 76 at the 10 over mark, if you look at it from 76, I mean, they could add only another 74 runs in the balance 10 overs, so that really says that Sunrisers Hyderabad definitely failed, but in the end it didn't really matter, because even this score of 150 for 6 proved quite a bit for the Kings 11 Punjab, who lost by 20 runs. Namanoja, Moises Enriquez contributed 32 balls with 1-4. Namanoja contributing 28 of 26 balls with 3 fours. Bopara was out for a duck with the bowling of Johnson. Ashish Reddy smacked some sixes of the bowling of Sandeep Sharma for 22 of 8 balls with 1-4 and 2 sixes. And Karan Sharma was not out on 1. Now, as far as the bowling was concerned for the Kings 11 Punjab, Sandeep Sharma and Mitchell Johnson were taken for runs. It was very surprising to see Sandeep Sharma get some heavy tap here, because his 4 overs cost him 35 runs on 1 wicket with 1 maiden. But Sandeep Sharma has been bowling very well in this IPL, a picture of economy, but today he was carted. Mitchell Johnson, especially David Warner, went after him. Mitchell Johnson 4 overs no maiden 2 for 39. Anrit Singh 4 overs no maiden 1 for 27. M. Vijay 3 overs for 16. Akshar Patel 4 overs no maiden 2 for 25. And Rishi Dhawan bowled 1 over in which he gave away 7 runs. Now, as far as Kings 11 Punjab were concerned, they were today, once again, one does not know what was the reason. There was no Glenn Maxwell in the side once again, and Trent Bolt was preferred to Dale Steyn. And Kings 11 Punjab, well, they didn't chasing 150, which was a very, I would say, a modest target for Kings 11 Punjab. But Kings 11 Punjab didn't get a good start. The top 3 were dismissed pretty early. First to go, Manan Vora, bowled by Trent Bolt for 5 of 9 balls with 1-4. Sean Marsh was bowled by Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Now the bowling was excellent from the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Trent Bolt, who was picking the wickets, Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Praveen Kumar were really keeping the runs to a minimum. And Manan Vora was, as I said, bowled by Bolt for 5. Murli Vijay was run out for 12 of 16 balls. Sean Marsh was bowled by Bhuvneshwar Kumar for 1. And then Bailey tried his bit by contributing 22 of 16 balls with 3 fours. But the problem was that nobody was willing to stay other than Ridhiman Saha, who contributed the highest score of 42 of 33 balls with 2 fours and 1 6, becoming a victim of Bolt. George Bailey contributed 22 of 16 balls with 3 fours. And David Miller could contribute only 15 of 14 balls with 1 4. And in the end, it became too heavy for Kings 11 Punjab, because they lost, they were 72 for 5 when Miller departed, and they still had some work to do, 70 odd runs to get. But there was nothing that they could do, because it was, as I said, Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the one. Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Praveen Kumar not only kept the runs to a minimum, they also picked up wickets. And then it was when 20 runs were required, Bolt came in and completely cleared up everything. As Ridhiman Saha was a victim of Bolt for 42 of 33 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. Rishi Dhawan was LBW bowled Kumar for 4. Johnson was not out on 4, but Anrit Singh was out for a duck. And well, as I said, it became very difficult with Bhuvneshwar Kumar and Praveen Kumar striking a good line, and especially Bhuvneshwar Kumar. And it ended in Kings 11 Punjab falling 20 runs short of a modest target set by Sunrisers Hyderabad of 150. Trent Bolt, a picture of economy and also the most successful wicket taker. He was the man of the match. 4 overs no maiden, 3 for 19. Bhuvneshwar Kumar 4 overs no maiden, 2 for 23. Bowled excellently. Praveen Kumar 4 overs 1 for 34. Karan Sharma bowled well, 4 overs 1 for 22. And 30 runs of 4 overs for Moises Enriquez with 1 wicket. So all in all, I thought, even though it was a modest target from the Sunrisers Hyderabad, I thought the Kings 11 Punjab really struggled and finally lost the match by 20 runs. Now I'm going to preview the Bangladesh versus Pakistan, which is the first Test match which is coming up. As I said, Bangladesh are on a definite roll here. They already made history in the One-Day International Series and T20s by winning them. And Test matches are something where Bangladesh have already been tested, as I said, and it is going to be very interesting to see Bangladesh approach. But one thing I can tell you, this team from Pakistan, which is going to play at the Test matches, the match is going to be played at the Sheikh Abu Nasser Stadium. and there are also chances of rain that has been forecast for the first 4 days, unfortunately. But as far as this particular Test series is concerned, well, and one thing I can tell you, Pakistan, I have a feeling that they are much stronger than the T20 or one dayers. The reason that I say that, there are two people who really would be cementing this Pakistan team, and that is none other than Misbah ul Haq, the captain of the Test team, who is still playing Test matches, as we all know, and Yunus Khan. You know what a wonderful Test batsman he is, and when he's in form, he's a treat to watch. So Yunus Khan, Misbah ul Haq are there. So that and they are the ones who are going to greatly strengthen the team with all their experience. Then they have the experience of Mohammad Hafiz and Azhar Ali. As you know, what a perfect Test batsman he is with his proficient technique that he has with dealing with the bowlers. And then Sami Aslam might make his Test debut tomorrow. The left-handed batsman who looked impressive in that T20 match that he played. And then we have Asad Shafiq. As you know, Umar Akmal has not been doing well. He has been dropped. So Asad Shafiq is there. He's also a very good Test batsman. Sarfraz Ahmed, the wicketkeeper batsman, we know he has the capability to score lots of runs. And then we come to the pace bowlers, Wahab Riaz. I think this is a good pace combination with the slips, and I think Wahab Riaz with his very good pace, and Junaid Khan also. Two left-arm pace bowlers operating in tandem. That would be something good to watch. Wahab Riaz and Junaid Khan, the red cherry. The bowling, Saeed Ajmal will definitely get lots of support now with the closing cordon, and it would be interesting to see how Saeed Ajmal fares, because Saeed Ajmal, after getting that remodeled bowling action, has been really struggling. Zulfikar Babar is also a very good Test spinner, and I think Pakistan, to me, are looking pretty strong in the sense, especially with Yunus Khan and Misbah ul Haq strengthening the Pakistani batting order a great deal there. Now, as far as Bangladesh are concerned, well, we all know what confidence can do, because once you get the victories under your belt, your morale is high, your confidence is high, everything is on a real high. So I'm sure Bangladesh would, well, definitely Bangladesh would have a goal, because as I said, Bangladesh, the only reason the ICC is also closely looking at it, that Bangladesh have not so far delivered as far as Test matches are concerned, and that is what the cricketing world wants. That's what the Bangladeshi public wants, that Bangladesh actually go on and win some Test matches. Now they are definitely pitted against a very good opposition like Pakistan. As I said, one days and T20s were different. Test matches are a different kettle of fish, and Bangladesh have to really play extremely well here. Now, as far as Bangladesh are concerned, definitely Tamim Iqbal is a very good, he's in some good form, and we know that he has also basically changed his approach. He likes to wait for the, he can respect the good balls and wait for the good bad balls to come. Imrul Kais and Tamim Iqbal will open the innings. Mominul Haq has already proved himself in Test matches by reeling off a lot of 50s. Mahmudullah, we all know that he had a wonderful World Cup, but not as much as what he did in the World Cup in the T20s and one-day internationals where Bangladesh success was involved. But I'm sure Mahmudullah is also a very good compact player. Mushfiqur Rahim, we all know what a capable person he is. He's the captain of the team who is leading the side. Shakib Al Hasan, for all the experience, Shakib Al Hasan, Mushfiqur Rahim and Tamim Iqbal will form the sort of a real trio around which this Bangladeshi Test batting order will revolve. These three have to really get the runs under their back for sure. And then Soumya Sarkar coming at number 7, that will be very interesting. Soumya Sarkar already has shown that he has some good talent, and now Bangladesh have also included him in the Test matches. He's a good stroke maker, so he's coming lower down the order, and that would be interesting to see how Soumya Sarkar fares in the Test matches. And then as far as the bowling is concerned, one man that the coach Chandika Hatre Singhe of Bangladesh was always saying that Jubair Hussain should always be there, because he has some high regard for Jubair Hussain, the run-arm leg spinner. and well, he has already proved himself. He also taken some 5-wicket hauls in test matches, so there's nothing, and I'm sure he will be bowling against some real quality opposition when he bowls to the Pakistanis. They also have another spinner, Taijul Islam, left arm spinner, who has also made his mark as far as test matches are concerned. They are having a lot of variety, if you see. The pace bowling would be in the hands of Rubel Hussain, who has come up extremely well after that World Cup, and also whether Shahadat Hussain, who bowls with a grunt, or whether Mohammad Shahid, who I am told is also a very talented pace bowler. He packs in a lot of pace in his deliveries. Whether he gets the nod tomorrow to make his test debut. But I think there's a lot of variety if you look at this particular lineup. They have probably the pace bowling is looking a bit weak according to me, because the only reason that I say that is because they only have Rubel Hussain and Shahadat Hussain. So in that aspect I would say looking a bit weak there. And then the spinners would be another key, but you know, in subcontinent wickets, Pakistan definitely are good players of spin, no doubt about it. And not telling that Bangladesh can't play. Bangladesh are also good players of spin. But it would be very, very interesting. But as I said, it's not going to be in the same vein as what it was in the test matches and T20s. And Bangladesh are the ones who would be under pressure to prove something. Pakistan definitely know that Bangladesh are on a real high here after those victories in the T20 and One Day International Series, and they would like to really set that right by trying to win this test series. Bangladesh, I'm sure they are going out with a lot of determination, Bangladeshis, no doubt about it, because they know that this is one test record is one thing that they have been lacking, and if they could do something out of the ordinary against Pakistan, that would be much appreciated by the Bangladeshi public. But all in all, I think we are in for some interesting cricket coming up as far as those 5 days are concerned in the first test match, and that will also show us that whether Bangladesh have really got that material to go and have a victory in the test matches. Well, all in all, it's going to be an interesting battle, no doubt about it. Thanks for your continued company to the Cricket Happening Show. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow. Until then, it's goodbye from Host Ram Studios. Thank you.